Liberal white women are crashing out on TikTok. Orange man bad. When orange man is bad, but your problems didn't disappear. When orange man is back again and you still have the same problems. Crazy. Let's get into it. I will leave it like this because I don't know. I don't want to block anything.
Those of you who think that Kamala is not smart enough
something
to catch
this sinister,
like DJT,
you have to have all your ducks in a row.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Raycon has a Black Friday /
Sorry, brother.
So, the Red Emperor has returned to the throne, that the Imperium may once again see brighter days. And since then,
did people actually make a statue or figurine, like a big one, of Donald Trump as like he's a Warhammer or something? That's some dedication.
That's happened.
What is that clip? I need that clip. I need that clip. What is that clip? Oh my god. Go back. Go back.
Once again see brighter days. And since that's happened,
people are way too creative with these meltdowns, man. But this was from 2016.
liberal white women have gone absolutely stir-fry crazy. I thought it would be funny to catalog some of this, but honest to God, there's so much. There's hundreds of videos. Hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands. I will attempt to guide you on this path of sheer moronicism and emotional instability. Currently, women on
there was a clip where a Harris supporter was screaming at a little girl. At a literal child. Thankfully, there was an amazing black lady who pulled her away from the kid and told her that this is not right, that this is not the right thing to do. So thank you for that.
TikTok that lean left believe Mamala has a plan to usurp the Red Emperor and then put him in prison somehow. I don't know. Let's just watch. I'm sorry, I have to speak in code because YouTube.
those of you who think that Kamala is not smart enough to catch someone like DJT,
you know, I have to stop right here when she says that that's smart.
Also, why is she pretty much just censoring Trump? You could have just said Trump and everything would have been fine. Why do you have to say DJT? This sounds like some rapper.
Enough to catch DJT, like, lady, Cam had $1 billion and she blew all of the campaign money and she's $20 million in debt. Anyone that's like remotely,
yeah, she's $20 million in debt because also all the people that she assembled, like all these, she quite literally assembled the Avengers, like in the most literal way possible. She definitely had to pay these people. These people didn't come to just, like, you know, vote for Kamala Harris. They were paid.
level-headed would think that's probably not someone that should be handling our economy.
Oh wow. That's a big ass number. That's probably a lot.
Me right now, it's very fragile. And this chick's like, she's super intelligent. All she needs is a bit more ass shaking from Megan Thee Stallion, and then all will be right with the world.
she told us this whole election that she had a plan for every contingency.
She had a plan for every contingency. These women are acting like Cam is Batman, bro. But Jesus.
The Batman who laughs. Was that? She has as much a plan for the United States as she has for the border which is none.
Stage Christ.
I don't know. I've been kind of wondering low-key if maybe the Biden administration picked her so that she could spend the last 4 years setting up a trap. I mean, this woman has tried RICO cases. I really hope she's been a secret weapon this entire time and she's gonna bring them all down. What do you guys think? Do you think they've been preparing for this for 4 or 5 years or however long it's been?
What is this, some super Machiavellian masterstroke to spin?
They just expected to win, which didn't happen because they were out of touch with the voters. I think that's just the core of the entire thing. They were just out of touch with the voters. That's it.
Over $1 billion to lose a campaign and then go, ta-da! Everyone goes to jail. It was all a clever ruse to catch him doing something bad. Now I'm the president, a woman of color. And then everyone just goes, yes! And then we...
The amount of, especially women, that I've seen who simply voted for Harris on the basis that she's either a person of color or a woman is horrendously large. Those are not things you should vote for. You should vote for a person's policies, not what gender they are, what skin color. That doesn't matter.
We go into debt. I'd like to interview this chick. Explain to me how you think this is gonna play out. I'm all ears. Call me Dumbo. Taylor Swift fans are also running with this narrative that Mamala is somehow going to do something. I don't know, dude. My head already hurts from the first one, trying to rationalize it in some way. And as a man, you never, ever try to make sense of a crazy woman because it will drive you insane in the process. But here I am.
Comforting to know that they haven't said anything yet, to be honest.
They're moving in silence.
Moving in silence. You know what is also a big reason why Harris might have lost? She didn't give any interviews. She didn't go to any Tom was going to podcasts left and right. Bro went to on the Rogan Joe Rogan podcast. She should have gone there as well. But she didn't.
Yeah, they're $20 million in debt.
Because that means they're not ready to prematurely discuss what they have found. When you have the possible evidence or path to the proof of something this sinister, you have to have all your ducks in a row.
What the hell's the sinister thing? Why is she talking in code? You're nobody, lady. You can't even figure out how to buy some damn glasses that don't make you look like an asshole. What's the plot? I'm lost. I'm now down a left-wing conspiracy theory hole, but I have no...
They have a weapon. They have a hidden weapon. They're gonna use that to make Trump not president. Oh yeah, right, they're gonna shoot him again.
No clue what's going on. What am I doing?
And I would rather them stay quiet and get all of their ducks in a row than prematurely say something. Honestly, I think their silence is a good thing. And I think the news stations are not picking up these stories because of what happened in 2020. We have to deal in facts. And again, that could take a while.
I think she's just listening to the voices in the head. I think she might be schizophrenic. Also, look at that forehead. You can land like the entire U.S. Air Force on there. And then some.
We know we don't have forever, but it's only been a few days, guys. And if this really has happened, this is big and bad.
Western white women that are liberal are the most privileged women in the entire world. So much so that they are all...
Liberal white women are the greatest threat to humanity. Is pretty much what Gundam said here.
on TikTok now coming up with fan fictions as to why everything went the way it did, how it's going to be fixed by Cam Cam because she's secretly Batwoman. And they're like, there's a secret plot and it's very sinister. And you're like, what's the plot? And they're like, we can't tell you because she's moving in silence. It'll give away clues. And then she's going to drop some bomb, and then what? The Red Emperor goes to jail, and then they're just like, here you go. You're president now, ma'am.
I'll be real. There's probably nothing gonna happen. In fact, we have not heard, like, Harris still has time to do something, right? Technically. But I don't think that anything is gonna, like, she's not gonna do anything anymore, I believe. There's no evidence of that.
Bad on a lot of levels, so it has to be meticulous. Just hang in there. It could all be nothing.
I think it's nothing. That moment of clarity. Let's see if she holds on to it.
It could. Again, we deal in facts. Let's let them gather the facts.
Oh my God. Could you imagine that the recent events of November 6th could matter to you so much that you'd run on TikTok and it's turning into Reddit for...
The thing is, like, I believe that nothing's gonna happen. If he wanted to destroy the United States, turn it into an authoritarian, like I can't spell the word. Into a dictatorship. Then I'll use that word. Authoritarian, I think, is it? If he wanted to do that, he would have done it back in 2016. Nothing happened.
Goofy liberal women. Like, get on with your life. It's over. Jesus Christ. It's done. There's no master stroke. There's no super plan. There's nothing. It's over. That's it. This is how it's going to be for 4 years. And you're going to spend the rest of the time looking for everything to complain about while nothing in your life has changed. And if things get better, they'll probably say something like, oh, well, that's because of the last administration. That's why everything's better, because it's finally coming to fruition. And you just got to tolerate them because you can't deport them. But, oh, God, if we could, it would make America great.
They make asylums great again.
Unfortunately, all...
Authoritarian. Authoritarian. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, I mean, yeah, make asylums great again.
all things in America tend to always be influenced by other countries. And when we do a remake or reimagine, ours is always severely lacking and incredibly stupid. South Korea has the 4B movement. You might have heard me talk about it in my Gamergate video. I'm not going to go over it again. Go watch that video for a brief rundown of it. So, Americans on TikTok, women, have discovered it through the power of TikTok. And they're now implementing it themselves to take back the country.
The problem is that the 4B movement in the United States is not the same as is not there for the same reason as the 4B movement in South Korea, because the South Korean men, I'm just repeating myself, but the South Korean men actually hate women. Like, for example, they heavily dislike pregnant women, because if you're pregnant, that means you have slept with another man, which is bad. Very special people.
From all the bigots, we will now watch a woman in her closet have a small mental breakdown as if she's Anne Frank.
I just looked up what the 4B movement is, and I literally fell to the ground crying.
Could you imagine just looking up something on the internet and then falling to the ground crying? You probably can't.
How does that happen? What movie is she? In what movie is she? In what movie actually is she? That's a special movie she's in.
It's because you're a rational human being. You've got things going on. You've got way more important things on your mind. You're probably sitting there like, Jesus Christ, the gas prices, the food, the kids just keep eating. But when you're a lonely cat lady, your day's pretty free.
I had finally pulled myself together today because we actually are in a dangerous situation aside from the news this morning about who won the election.
Dangerous situation. Man, those people fighting wars right now, they're so lucky that they're not here experiencing the horror and the trauma of the American electoral system.
We actually have a fire that started and it is very close to where I live.
Korean men. Oh no, not procreation. Like, that is actually, like, I've seen, like, posts of South Korean men. And that is actually the most vile shit I've ever seen. That is actually the most vile stuff I've ever seen.
People are now losing their homes very close to where I live. So I was sent home early today from work, but that's not what this is about. I literally looked up what the 4B movement was. If you don't know what the 4B movement is, Korean women had decided to stop having babies until they received equal rights.
That's not really how the 4B movement went across. There's a lot more going on with that whole thing. She gives this small synopsis that's supposed to make the average idiotic American who doesn't research anything just go, that's just like us. We're just skipping over it. Point being, glossed over the 4B movement by watching TikTok and got some half-baked explanation to basically rile up American women that live in the height of privilege.
And their country was screwed because they weren't having enough kids. Their population was going down too quickly. I cannot believe that that was something that had to be done and that now we are at our rock bottom and this is where we are at. I feel like I'm in a different world today.
That is a very accurate description of what you're feeling. Because I think mentally you are in a different world. We do not share the same world. I don't think so. I prefer Spider-Man. Heckin' Duolingo, what is Duolingo doing here? Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. I don't know. Where are you? What is this world we live in? What is the world that she lives in? Can I go there? I just want to have a glimpse of what she's experiencing in her head. I'd probably explode. Okay. The 4B movement is not because of missing equality. The 4B movement is because women aren't treated like as like of equal value, right? They're treated as baby making machines, even though they have the same rights. Now, the reason why they don't have kids is also not just the 4B movement. It's just that when we say we can't have children because it's too expensive, ask Korean men and women. They will tell you how expensive it really is for them. You can't raise children in South Korea. It isn't possible.
This is so heartbreaking. I'm beyond words and feelings today. Beyond.
Well, that was insightful and glorious, wasn't it? It was Ritanto. This whole video didn't need to exist, but this woman was just probably so inspired by her rush of irrational emotions that she thought she had to put this out there and share this information with people to let them know that she is scared and afraid in her obvious walk-in closet, by the way. You want to know my closet? I can't get in my closet. My dog can't even get in my closet. That's how small it is. This chick can actually have a full-blown meltdown and sit down in the closet. Dude, there's enough room for her to sulk. And somehow she's oppressed. This country is, as the kids say, it's cooked.
This country's actually cooked. It might be cooked. This is the result of years of propaganda fed to women. That's like the only way I can put it, because it does not make sense. It does not make sense. I don't give a Gundam. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, how do... Also, why do you crash out and then look at it and say, yes, I'm gonna post that to a social media platform. I'm gonna post that online. What kind of parasite must be inside you that you say, Leah, let's go. I'm gonna post that right now. Wild. We live in a wild society.